Happy Flex Friday, everyone. You found Captain Crush. Here we go. This is my YouTube. What I do here is I try and I will make you a better fantasy sports player. My goal is to give you the tools, the tricks of the trade to give you a winning process long term. If you came here just for plays, you're going to be disappointed. I do go over them, but it's not the focus. The focus is making you a better player so you can do your own due diligence when I do list plays, find out which ones are good. I cover PrizePicks, Sleeper, Thrive Fantasy, Underdog Fantasy, and DraftKings. All those sports, I cover it. So if you're new here, buckle up and let's go over to PrizePick. We have two WNBA games today to discuss. Yeah, that's right. We only have two. Diana Taurasi, the one and only who sold everyone last. Yeah, she sold everyone. A lot of people in the cord, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people on Twitter. Everyone got sold. It was Taco Tuesday. Talk about rotten, talk about spoiled. Hey, it happens. Doesn't mean it was a bad play. It was a good play. I'll go right back to the well. That being said, Diana Taurasi, 3.5 rebounds. More it up. I like it more. I think she's going to bounce back. She just got embarrassed. I will say this. As of now, Brittany Griner is not playing. That's the latest news that I have. But obviously, anything can change at any time. It happens on the daily every day. Yeah, happens on the daily every day. Exact. Doesn't make sense, but get it. Okay. Diana Taurasi fantasy points. I like it too. 30. It's a little bit too low. I already see the line moving. A lot of people must be taking unders, letting recency bias affect them, aka last game with an 8.5. This game, my only reservation is the spread. The Washington Mystics are 11-point favorites, but here's the thing. Washington's a good defensive team, but they haven't been that good already this year, so I don't know what's going on there with that spread. I guess they just think Phoenix is that much worse. But guess what? The spreads have been dog water all season long. And by all season long, I mean 9 games because there hasn't been a whole lot of season to go on. However, the Vegas spreads have not been accurate by any stretch of the imagination. It's causing me to lose my mind. Just go on NBA for Vegas spreads and see how tight they are. And then tune into WNBA and look at the opposite. Vegas doesn't know what's going on. If Vegas doesn't know what's going on, how in the world is Captain Crush supposed to know what's going on? Much less you, the viewer. It's very hard, but we do what we can. And that is why we use bankroll management and we bet responsibly. Otherwise, you're already chalk. That's simple. So I would say all 3 of these for Miss Diana are in play. These are probably the favorite 3. If you want to target her assists, you could. It's at an even 5. You'd get a little push equity. That's probably my least favorite. I'm highest on her rebounds at 3.5. I think that's the best one for her on the board. Okay. Again, my only reservation is going to be the blowout spread. I hate that, but again, I can't count on those because they've been so wrong. So let's talk about my favorite Elena, Delle, Donne. 34 fantasy points. Natasha Cloud, she's questionable. She's probably going to sit. I haven't had an update yet, but I'm assuming she's going to sit, but I can't be too sure because no one really knows until I get the exact alert from Underdog WNBA that she's sitting. I will still consider it in play. Okay, so Elena Delle Donne rolls off the tongue if you say it right. 34 fantasy points. I have her projected to go for around 34.8. I would say it's in play, but let me tell you, the Mystics, when they are in a blowout, whether they're on the receiving end or the giving end, the coach does put them out with around a couple minutes left. They don't play the full game in blowouts. They're one of the teams that will be sat. So buyer beware, seller beware. I'm just throwing her name out there because I know a lot of people are going to be looking at it. All right, so last time I had her real points and her rebounds. They both chalked because she didn't play a full game. It was a blowout, but she's always going to be in play, especially if she has teammates that are using high usage out. So that's my take on that. It would probably lean more. Same with her rebounds, same with her points. Her points last time was at 19.5. Now it's down to 18.5. She got 18 or 17 last game, 17. She has a ceiling of about 20 points. It's always in play. It's that simple. Go with your gut on that, folks. I'm not here to make decisions for you. I'm just here to give you my take. All right. So here we are with my handy dandy notepad. I brought it out and you can see here I have chicken scratch here. You guys won't know what this means, but I know what it means. Nafisa Collier, 2.0 fantasy points per minute actual, which I will discuss here shortly. Okay. Nanika Aguamike, 1.5 fantasy points per minute. Elena Delle Donne, 1.3 fantasy points per minute. Diana Taurasi, 1.1 fantasy points per minute. I have Jordan Canada. I know her fantasy points per minute. I just didn't write it down here. Kayla McBride, 1.1. And then I have Sophie Cunningham, 27 fantasy points. I have her projected at 27.7 or whatever was there. So if you want to go ahead and take more here, I have it projected to go over. That is something that you can do. She's mainly someone that can get hot, shoot, but she does it all. She will play probably 28 to 30 minutes. It's always going to be in play. Again, that 11-point spread is just kind of why I'm kind of staying away from most of these people. All right, so let's talk about the Los Angeles Sparks and that game coming up. It's going to be Nanika Aguamike, 42.5 fantasy points. I already showed you the list. It's in play. She has a 55-point ceiling. Last game, she got 39. Game before that, 41. Listen, I tell you guys, if you watch my YouTube videos every single day, yesterday on my YouTube video, I told you guys what was up. You should have done well if you just stuck to that script. At least 5 of 6 because it was a banger. Same thing with the day before. I can always make an argument for either side of these plays almost every time. That's what you should be doing. And guess what, guy? If you don't like the fact that I make arguments for each side of the coin, uninstall PrizePicks because you're doing it wrong and you're never gonna win. Period. You're gonna keep depositing and you're gonna keep being upset. You must make an argument for each side of the play. Cap, they're 50-50s. Not all of them are 50-50s. And it's legitimate a 50-50 in the sense of you either win or you lose, but there are some that are 53, 54, 55, sometimes even 56% chance in our favor to hit. Those are the ones we want to target, okay? But even on those, you should still be making arguments for each side. Now, Captain, what's your argument for Nanika to go under? Well, for starters, the public's going to be all over this, okay? She has been trending down the last 2. Her workload's been trending down, but those were blowouts. Also, a lot of games have been blowing out. They have been blowing out and the lines are inflated. 42.5 is the lowest I've seen her line in like 2 days, 3 days maybe, but it's still inflated. It should be 39 or 40. Now, I have her projected to go to 46 fantasy points. I believe that was my projection. For that reason, I'm taking more, but I can always make a case for the other side. I just end up going with my gut usually and whatever the projections and model tells me. Okay, same thing here with Jordan Canada, 30.5 fantasy points. It's an insane inflated line. I have her projected for 31, but this honestly should be about 27, okay? She has a 40-point ceiling, so it should be about 27 to 28. If it was, it would probably be my play of the day. Last game, 26. Game before that, against this same matchup, 41. Game before that, 29, 21, 34. Jordan Canada is always a sweat, folks. That's just the way it is. If you want to take her assists more, you can. I like that too. I also think her points, 14.5, I tend to lean on the under. So even though I like her fantasy score and her assist, I would also take her real points under if I was going to target that, but I probably won't be today. Kayla McBride, here's the thing. Model projects her for about 27.3 fantasy points, but I still like less here. Why? Because, well, they bumped it down actually. It was at 26.5 when I posted it earlier. So this is interesting. It's at 26 now, so I would just probably fade it. Before, when it was higher than this at like 26.5 or even 27, I forget what I got it at. I posted it up to my Discord chat, but now it's most likely a fade. I would still lean under, but she's going to play around 32 minutes. And when you're on the court for 32 minutes, anybody can get 26 fantasy points. Realistically, all you'd have to do is catch hot, get 10 real points, and then the rest can fall into play if you grab a couple rebounds, assists. You never know. So I tend to lean less. And for the guys that say, why are you just telling us where you lean? Because that's what's up. If you want more than that, if you want me to give you a deeper analysis, if you want to be on my stage chat, I do live stage chat. What's a live stage chat? A stage chat is a live stream that I do every single day. I was up till 2 in the morning last night doing a live stage chat for my Discord crew. Why? I prioritize them because they prioritize me. One hand washes the other, folks. That's how it goes. I was up till 2 a.m. helping them out, which is why I slept in today, which is why this video is late. The point is that it's not just about plays. I'm teaching them how to be able to find plays for themselves, so when I put my plays out, they can go and find their favorites using the same process that I use. Winning is being able to have a hobby that you know what you're doing. This is a hobby, folks, and if you're literally just donating money into a hobby not knowing what to do, you're probably doing it wrong. Let's be real. So I saved the best for last. Nafisa Collier, I like her fantasy points to go over today. I believe I have her projected for the highest on the board. She's 39.5, and I believe I had her going for 43 fantasy points. She's probably going to be the anchor in most of my contests. So guess what? If she sells, she sells. The projection's right. She's averaging 2.0 fantasy points per minute in actual real time. So 39.5. If she plays her 30 minutes, she should crush this fantasy score. She has a 50-point ceiling. Hopefully she can stay on the train that's doing good. It should be a fast tempo game. It should play fast. I hope it does. But again, I'm not afraid to throw dice as long as it's on the right side. Last thing, Sophie Cunningham, more 15.5 real points. If you don't want to target her fantasy score because her ability to score points is directly tied to her fantasy score most time, you could literally just target her points. Someone's going to have to score points on that team. And if Diana throws up another goose egg, she had 0 real points last game. If she chalks a again, Sophie's probably going to step up. Brittany Griner's most likely not playing. So someone has to score. I don't know much about their ancillary team because I have just like Brianna Turner. I remember rostering her last a little bit, but like Sugg Sutton. I don't know enough about these girls to be able to confidently make plays. I didn't have a lot of time to go over that. So I just wanted to give you the ones today that I actually feel confident in. And that is that. It will be nice when we have at least 3 WNBA games per day. But right now when we have 1, 2, it's kind of difficult. But I wanted to talk about PGA real quick, okay? As you can see, these lines were bumped. These were mostly at 4. That means, and now Scotty Scheffler's all the way up to 4.5. That means that the course has been playing tough in the morning, and now a lot of money's coming in on the overs on these, which is causing the lines to move. Literally in real time, 40 seconds, he's about to tee off. John Rahm, 11 minutes. I'm not telling you this, guys, to target them, but I'm telling you guys this because lines in golf move based on the course, how it's playing. If it plays hard in the morning and plays easy in the afternoon, the lines will adjust, vice versa, okay? I had a lot of people in my own Discord last night telling me that they were making golf slip, okay, golf contests, and I asked them, well, sell me on your contest. Why should I tail what you have there? Guess what their answer was? Well, I feel that it's gonna be this, or I feel that it's gonna be that. And I'm like, well, did you do any research at all besides clicking the last 5? And absolutely not. They didn't. They had nothing to go on. And that is 90% of the gamblers in our industry. That's how they make their contest, which is why PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, they print money. God bless them. I wish I was on that train before they were, but I didn't think of it first. They did. Maybe one day I'll have my own book. The Captain's Book. I can see it now. Come one, come all. Or they maybe the Captain's Ship. You go down with the ship or you stay afloat. I kind of like it. Maybe I'll work on that. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys data golf. I made a video about this a long time ago. Here we are, data golf. It has a paywall, but it also has a lot of free content. And here's the free content. Okay. And I'm not making anything at all. No benefit to me plugging this. This is just good process, good form. Okay. You go to interactives, tournament stats, live tournament stats, and you can see how everyone's doing in real time. Okay. For round 2, round 1, you can go back and see, and this is where you would research. Ricky Fowler, why did he do so good yesterday? He was -8. The dude couldn't miss a putt. He gained almost 5 strokes putting yesterday. That's insane. That's not normal. Okay. So you want to go through here and you want to find stuff like that. Find the outliers. You have off the tee and approach. These two are the ones you want to look at the most to be able to determine how someone's going to play a round of golf today. What I do is I look at these and I historically go back and see what they're good at, see what they're bad at, and see how they're playing. And that is how I make projections and predictions for the future. Okay. I go over all this stuff in my Discord. I do live streams. I teach these guys. I go into deep dive analysis. Can't do it on YouTube. 1, most of you don't have the attention span. No offense. And number 2, I'll just be here all day. So I try to prioritize things. But again, I will always do YouTubes almost every day as long as I can. One last thing, and then I'll wrap this up. I do MLB on PrizePicks, Underdog, but where I've been mainly doing my MLB is an application called Sleeper. I'm not just plugging it to use my affiliate code. If you do, great, that's great. If you do use my code on Sleeper, which I have it up right here now through the beauty of editing, you can get $100 deposit match up to 100. Use code CRUSH. But here's the deal. I post Sleeper content every day, sometimes for free, sometimes it's behind the Discord paywall, but most of the time I do videos on it because I've been doing so good. I've been on a sun run with Sleeper, folks. Ask my community members. I never cap. Anything they ask me about, I keep it 100. What I'm doing, my personal stuff, I've been crushing Sleeper. I don't know why, but I have been, okay? The lines are softer. It doesn't matter that the payouts are a little bit less because the lines are better, so I'm mixing and matching so much that when they hit, it's just all coming back green and it's causing my bankroll to inflate. Ask the boys in there. I've been crushing it. So make sure you get on Sleeper because I post content for that for free all the time, even on this very app right here and TikTok. I've posted plenty of winners even on Twitter, folks, with my Sleeper because I want more people on Sleeper. The more people on Sleeper, the better it is for everyone because they're going to start doing more. They're going to start adding other sports and whatnot. So I need you guys to get on Sleeper. Stop sleeping on Sleeper. I slept on Sleeper all NBA season and I'm kicking myself. So Cap, after all that, what was your point? My point is Miles McCollus, 4 pitcher strikeouts, okay? I like less, but guess what? On Sleeper, the line is 4.5, so I get to take less there and I get paid out, but it's an extra 0.5 in my favor, okay? So that means that I can go on there, I get my value, and now If he gets 4, I still win. If he gets 4 on PrizePicks, it's a put. Do you see the difference? Do you see the value here, folks? It works both ways. Not everyone is like that, but that's just one example that I was going to use. So last thing that I'm going to do here is cook up some underdog for you guys. Taijuan Walker, higher 5 strikeouts. Rich Hill, lower 6 strikeouts. So there you go. That's a little 2-piece McNugget that I like. It gives you some push equity. And then for those of you that want to add in the third and insure it, Andrew Abbott, lower 4.5 strikeouts. These are my favorite on Underdog today via MLB. Use code CRUSH. You'll get your full deposit match. But on top of that, free month of Discord, the golden ticket. I know I'm harping on that, but folks, I've been crushing the last 2 days. And when I crush, I want you guys crush. All right. So you have a risk-free, just use the code, and the code is CRUSH. And that's it, fam. That's the end of the video. Normally I'd go to Outlier Bet and give them a plug, but you guys should know that by now. I'm not going to take time to do that today. Outlier Bet, use it. It's a good tool. I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting my content. Please like and subscribe if you learned anything at all. I try to do these on the daily basis. Like I said, I was up late last night doing content for the boys. I slept in today. I needed it. I needed a reboot. Captain Crush rebooted, baby. Let's go. I'm on fire today. Hopefully we crush. My PGA yesterday almost swept. Out of 8 listed, 6 hit. That is a good hit rate. Same thing with MLB and WNBA. I had it was a 65% hit rate yesterday. The day before that, I went 10 of 12 on MLB. Folks, I'm not always going to have days like that, but when I do, they feel great. So I appreciate it. Good luck in all your contests tonight, and I will see you soon. I'm giving you a salute, and as always, let's crush.